Okay, last time we ended, we had just completed Shrouded Hills. So, it's time to look around. We have located Dernholm, capital of Cumbria. Might actually visit there. We have Turn. There has to be some place here, otherwise there's no point building those bridges. We don't see much. Vendigraft Waste, Isle of Despair, Catan. Yeah, we don't see much. We have no access to many places, and I'm inclined to go to Dernholm first before going to Tarrant. Tarrant is the largest city, yeah, the biggest, most industrial city in Arcanum. Dernholm, a dying feudal kingdom. I'm mainly interested in getting locations for new places, since this game makes... Oh wait, makes finding certain places very difficult. I mean, normal cities that you would have on any map, it's very hard to find. Maybe in one of these places. Yeah, if they are sea voyage paths of ships. Let's go to Dernholm. You can encounter random encounters here. You can find hidden places, things like that. Kind Scout. Well, we'll go real time. In general, we won't. Because when a random encounter happens, we want to immediately stop the game and see what the encounter is. Hey, wolves are actually quite dangerous, so attack him. We can two wolves handle it without any trouble, but that's about our limit. Enrage boar. Ooh, a level up. Oh yes, level 6. All poison. No, we'll save the points. We do want to give a test run on some of these spells. And we need willpower at least to 12 to even test these, so we might as well raise it now. There's no point saving the skills until we have willpower to 12. So here goes. Let's continue. What are the... Oh crap. Level 12. Pewted rats. Pewted rodents to be exact. A chance to hit is... Yeah, this is gonna be ugly. Oh crap. They're annihilating us. They are absolutely annihilating us.
I've been seriously hurt, madam. Please help me.
And we're dead. Yeah, good thing we saved. Our poison counter is about 56. Virgil is dead. Yeah, I'm gonna save. Load in immediately. I don't want to. I didn't think about that. I don't want to have Virgil be killed until we at least visit Tarrant. I want to understand what's going on with him. While building some kind of a pit and a castle. There's harbor, but there's no ships. There also seems to be some kind of path there. Just because you don't see everything in this map doesn't mean they are. Or to put it another way, not everything of interest will be shown on these maps. So even if it gets blocked there might be something outside of that. Usually, I would say the items of interest will be shown on the map though. If you notice a clear path going somewhere out of that map, that's another matter. Cabinet. Rusty dagger, rusty sword. And take the swords. See if we can sell them. Okay, healing salve. It's useful. Locked barrels and locked 4 locked barrels. How much? And that's our limit. That's quite good. Even though I'm not gonna use them, they're worth some money. Wine, water, bread. I'll come back here later, I don't want to spend time sitting around doing nothing. Jolin's General Store. Why does this name sound familiar? Ah, we need to get a package from him. What are you apprenticing? Haggle? Shall we barter, sir? Pilgrim Road. Yeah, you can have them. We'll also sell the healing salve immediately. Very valuable to a technologically oriented character. Largely useless to us. I'm not going to be allying with very technologically oriented characters. At least I don't have any tension at this point. That might change. You never know. We won't meet someone interesting and I want to be in the same group with him. We'll be in the same group with him. We'll dump the Varham's Aquavitae in here, because I've been carrying it around and no one seems to want it. Might be valuable, but since no one wants it, throwing it away. We certainly don't want it, at least not now. Ooh, that's a Leathery goodness. Swords, armor, shields. He seems to be some kind of a warrior. Human noble. Level 35, yeah, he's definitely not a companion. At least she won't join us at this stage, and she isn't. Yeah, hello madame. Might I ask you who you are? My name is Liana. Greetings, Liana. Do you have a few moments? What can I help you with? Tell me about yourself. What's to tell? I'm Cumbrian. I love my country. I would fight to the death for it, using all the skill that my father taught me. Face becomes very sad. I can only hope that someday I am as great a warrior as he. So, you're a warrior. What skills do you have? My father taught me many things, but I have always been very proficient with throwing weapons, knives, axes, whatever is at hand. She can train us expert throwing. Few more questions. I'd like to speak with you about Cumbria. What would you like to know? Tell me of Dernholm. Dernholm? There's pain in her eyes. Dernholm was once the greatest city in all of Arcanum, and Cumbria its greatest kingdom. Things have changed much since, well... What? Since what? He says under her breath. Since King Praetor came into power. His father, King Thorin, was a great king, and brought much glory to Cumbria, but he died during the war with Terran, and things have never been the same. Why, what has happened? Many years ago, King Thorin outlawed the use of technology within the city walls. Our defeat by Terran showed us the error of those ways. We buried a great king because of it. Unfortunately, Praetor came to power. The throne wasn't even his to take. Yeah. What do you mean? Wasn't Praetor the son of King Thorin? Yes, but he wasn't the firstborn. He looks around, lowering her voice. I'm sorry, but these things are forbidden to speak of. I've said too much already. Yeah, tell me of the war with Terran. War with Terran? That's so many years ago. From what my father told me, the dispute was over land. What else do kingdoms forever fight over? It didn't really matter. Cumbria was strong. The Industrial Council had just come into power in Terran. It was only a matter of time before things came to war. Hey, what happened? It was a terrible battle. The Dragon Knights were called upon to defend Cumbria, and, as always, they heeded the call. My father told me of that day. The knights upon their war steeds, dressed in armor of gold and silver. The trumpet sounded, and they charged. They charged, wave after wave of the finest soldiers that Arcanum has ever known, charged directly into the bullets fired by the Tarantian foot soldiers. The Dragon Knights never stopped, not once. My father said the piles of the dead were like great metal mountains rising from oceans of blood. It was a massacre. Who were the Dragon Knights? The Dragon Knights were the soldier elite for Cumbria. Only the most skilled were chosen for their ranks, and only the most noble of those. They were feared throughout the land, and they were revered here in our kingdom. My father, he told me many stories about them, about their strength and bravery, and he was the finest among them. Was your father? My father was Warren Peldar. He was captain of the Dragon Knights, and the greatest warrior I have ever known. From when I was very young, he taught me the ways of the Dragon Knights, and he taught me to love Cambria, to hold the memory of her former greatness in my heart. Yeah, where is he? He he's dead. He died 10 years ago. He was an old man, but I think his spirit died many years ago. My father loved Cambria more than anything, and seeing what the kingdom became broke his very heart. Is this going anywhere? Not really. So I'm guessing she's too detailed to be a random NPC. It's very likely it's a quest NPC. Okay, we have only explored these two buildings. That looks like some kind of it's a store of some kind. It's hard to say. This city is really in a bad condition. Maybe they've gone a little bit overboard with it. Because even occupied buildings have boarded windows. A smithy. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, we can repair things here. I'd like to barter. Like the you won't buy my crappy swords. Not quite sure what I should buy. I don't think I'll buy anything. Red armor. Durability 10,000. Plus 3,000 gold. AC 19 plus 31. Damage resistance 5. Fire resistance 5. Noise penalty minus 20. That's very unlikely to ever break. Normal armor durability is something like, yeah, 150, that's 10,000. Quite impressive. This doesn't seem to be anything of interest for us. So, let's move on. Don't want to get bogged down. Nothing of real value. We can't sell those swords somewhere here, we'll dump them. Again, human villager level 14. This old woman is sobbing quietly. Hello? Is there anything I can help you with? I wouldn't wish to burden a stranger with my troubles. That's good, because speaking with you is burden enough. Yeah, that's a stupid thing to say, because I started the conversation. Okay, please tell me, perhaps I could help. Fishing for quests. My family heirloom has been stolen. A silver ring that belonged to my grandmother. Do you have any idea? When did you last see the ring? I entrusted it to my son before he died. And when did he die? 20 years ago. I lost both him and my husband to the plague. I've been alone ever since. Who else could I talk to about your son? A man named Archibald was friendly with my son before he died. When do I find this Archibald? He was living down by the docks, last I heard. Visit him. I'll likely meet him anyway. So it's not like it's gonna be an extra trip for us. Table? Shovel. It takes too much space to carry a shovel around. But we know if we ever need a shovel, there's one place to get it. The likelihood that we'll actually remember that though is very small. I've visited here. Who's in charge around here? It would be Garrick Stout, or Sir Garrick Stout, as he insists on being called. Yeah, you not seem to think highly of him. I am not the only one. The pompous brute is not highly regarded by many. Of course, you did not hear that from me. Expert training for dodge. An expert trainer for dodge? You might try looking either in Blackroot or Kindrara. Yeah, this is what I dislike about this game. Because clearly these are locations that everyone knows, but there's apparently not a map where they are on. I mean, large basic cities in this world, and they're not in my map. It's like it's a goddamn secret to find each and every of these cities. I have to say I dislike that very much. That shouldn't be where you spend your time doing. You should be doing exploring, doing quests, working out puzzles, things like that, not trying to waste your time to find out where the basic cities in the game are. Old gears. Leave them. Again, not technology oriented. Captain Guard. Stand fast, madam. You have the honor of addressing Sir Garrick South, Captain of the Dernholm Guard and Master of Melee. What do you say, citizen? Yeah, your prowess in melee is recognized by all, Sir Garrick. Yes, I am the Master of Melee. I have no equal, for I have never been beaten in battle. Why do you seek me out? Can you teach me? I need to improve my fighting skills. Your paltry skill would be no challenge for me. I would skewer you as easily as a fish on a platter. Leave me and do not bother me again unless you achieve a level worthy of my notice. See, he's a level 45 knight. That's not an empty boast, he said, and he's the master of melee. It's usually master level something is also involves a quest. Master dodge and master melee are both connected. If you mess this up, you can't. If you mess things up or do things wrong, I don't think you can even get both. Because the master of melee and master of dodge sort of have a thing for each other. They hate each other's guts. This won't probably be a problem for us, since we are unlikely to reach master in either. If we reach master in something, at one of them, I mean, it'll be dodge. Very likely, at least. Survivability, because our damage is magic. Yeah, very high level guards, level 45. What do you want? Yeah, may I ask what this thing is? These are the infamous pits of Dernholm. This is where you'll end up if you get in the wrong side of the law here in Dernholm. Not a nice place to be. We want to visit the castle. A lot of guards. Very high level guards. Start with this. Visit these houses, see if we encounter anything of interest. A brief glance, nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Human noble. Hello, how are you? Yeah, who might you be? My name is Sarah Toon, pleased to make your acquaintance, yeah. Likewise, I'm sure. Are you the daughter of Bessie? She suddenly looks very sad. Yes, yes I am. Why do you ask? Trying to find out the way to free your mother's ghost. Oh? And why, may I ask, are you doing that? Your brother is rather upset, understandably. I offered to help. My brother? Upset? Why? He should be happy, the dog. He got what he wanted after all. He told me you didn't like him. Not like him? That is an understatement. Do you know what he did? He convinced my mother to sign the mine over to him, and then he sold it to those thugs in Tarrant. She killed herself over that. How did he convince her to sign then? She always wanted me to run it, as my brother was notorious for bungling things. He convinced her that for legal reasons it should be in his name, as she was getting old, and I was not yet of legal age. She resisted at first, but my brother always was able to wear her down. He was insidious in that way. But why did she kill herself over him selling it? Her only wish was that the mine stay in our family, as it had been for more than 3 generations. It was our heritage. She often told me that she would rather be dead than to have anyone else but a tomb run it. You know she's calling your name. Why is that? Yes, I did hear that. I don't know why. I think she realized that I was the only one she could trust. Perhaps she wishes she had come with me, or she feels I deserted her when she needed me. I just couldn't stand to watch her life being ripped away from her. Can you tell me who owns your family's mine now? I can't recall offhand, but I think I wrote it down somewhere. Yes, here it is. Stanton Importers, 25 Lions Head Circle, Tehran. More questions. What was your brother's excuse for selling the mine? He concocted some story about the buyers threatening his life if he didn't sell. I think he owed them money, actually, but he would never admit it. Would you be interested in owning the mine again? Of course I would. I thought you were working for my brother. It's 500 gold. It was a large sum of money when we started, but for now it's not that much. I never liked him to begin with. I was, but I don't think I like him much anymore. Huh, join the club! You know, I am beginning to like you. I can pay you for your help, you know. I don't really have the use for his money. Spells are the important thing for me. That's quite alright, I want to help out. I'm somewhat interested in this story. Ghost hunting a mine, it's not like it's not like it's a pointless errand job. Thank you for that, but I realize the strong appeal of money. I want you to know I won't hold no ill will towards you if you decided to help my brother instead. She's reasonable, I like her even more now. Why did you move here? This place has seen better times. I knew what my brother was going to do as soon as he stole the mine from me and my mother. I couldn't bear to watch. Tried to get my mother to come with me, but she wouldn't leave her home. I moved here because I had nothing. I don't even own this place. It was deserted. Yeah, your brother wouldn't help you out. He seemed to be well off. Are you serious? I would never ask for his help. Yeah, she likes me very much. Very much indeed. I like her too. Giant newspaper. Are any strange happenings lately? You didn't hear it more from me, friend, but King Predator wasn't the rightful heir to the throne. I'll say no more about that. Let's take a look at the paper. Councilman urges war on Caladan. They must be stopped before they destroy our way of life. Okay, I don't see any point in keeping this with me. Yeah, the safe combination probably isn't of much use either. Just dump these here. Quickly away before that fool picks them up. Let someone else pick them. Half-elf villager. So, what are you? Greetings, madame. Might I ask who you are? My name is Jaina Styles. Greetings, madame. Have you a moment? How can I help you? What do you do here in Dernholm? What am I doing here? Well, what does anyone really do in Dernholm? Not much to do in this town. Wasn't always this way. To hear the way my parents used to talk about it. I guess you could say I'm a healer, if I'm anything at all. Yeah, what sort of healing do you do? Well, I don't really do any of it very well. There hasn't been a decent doctor around here for a very long time. And our best midwife died not too long ago. I really want to learn, but there's not really anyone to learn from. But I'm still trying. You see, it's really important to me that I become a great healer. Why is that? Well, you see that this is difficult for me. Yeah. There was a disease that came to Dernholm a few years ago. As I told you, there hasn't been a doctor here for a long time. We didn't have any medicines, and shipments from Terrans are very scarce. Well, my parents got sick, you see. They were so brave right up until the end, but they died. So many others died here as well. No one around knew how to deal with such sickness. So all we could do is sit here and watch our loved ones pass away. And it was then that I decided. I decided that I never wanted to watch people die that way again. I decided to become a great healer, to save others from the pain I felt when I saw my parents die. And so, that's what I've been trying to do. How are you? Why isn't there a doctor here? Well, that's a long story. You see, Dernholm was once a powerful kingdom. I don't know a lot of history. I do know that it was once as powerful as Tarrant or Caledon. What happened? Well, King Praetor decided long ago that he would tolerate no technology in his kingdom. He was well influenced by his mage counselors. King Praetor assumed the throne at a very young age, and he was very impressionable. Well, eventually there was a war between Tarrant and Cumbria, and Tarrant was victorious. The Dragon Knights, King Praetor's elite guard, were almost all wiped out in the final battle. Dernholm crumbled, deteriorated into what you see here today. Dragon Knights. I don't know much about them, but if you talk to Liana Peldar, she can tell you much more. She lives by herself on the northern end of town. Look. There's nothing else really to ask. How are your studies progressing? Not too well, unfortunately. As I said, there's not anyone to learn from around here. I have a little healing skill, but I'm just not good at magic. Actually, I'm very interested in some of the newer technological practices. Really? Do you really think technology is better? Shh! Keep your voice down, don't you know? You can't even talk about such things around here. It's the law. King Praetor's got it in his old noggin a long time ago. The technology is terrible, and he doesn't want anyone even thinking about it. You see where that has gotten us. Yeah, do you know much about that sort of healing? Not a whole lot. I've read a few textbooks. I have to keep them well hidden, mind you. But there really just isn't much to be learned around here. Why don't you leave? I can't really afford to. My parents weren't wealthy people and I don't make much money here in Dernholm. Plus, it's not all that safe for a woman to be traveling all by herself. I'm afraid that I'm stuck here for now. Okay, we could hire her, but it seems she's between technology and magic. Goodbye.
What is it that you want of me?
Yeah, goodbye. I don't want her. We have two characters that can do magical healing already. I don't want a third healer. If I want some kind of a character, it's gonna be something to do with magic or combat. Combat ability is something we are severely lacking in. Preferably close quarter combat. Anything will do though. We can... Wait. Maximum followers. Space on your charisma. I'm guessing charisma every 3 points will allow you a new follower. 2 or 3 sounds just about right. I'm not sure what kind of followers. Virgil is... he's crap. But he's a good... We need someone else. Our own firepower, even with spells, simply isn't enough to take on almost anyone. So we do need some kind of a companion. No matter what, we'll probably want someone who can do melee. At least one, we have to have someone. Be quick about it now, I have to be on. And who might you be? The name's Bernard. I work the docks here. What little work there is. Work for me. Ah, you deaf woman, look around you. Dernholm is dying. There's not enough work here for the citizens, let alone a drifter. Yeah, this is a pretty lousy place. Although the music is quite beautiful, it's and violin music. I I hope there's something else, because it's it doesn't really get you pumped. It's more gets you down. So hopefully they have something better, not just the sort of a sad background music. Okay. May I ask you your name, good sir? My name's Archibald. What of it? Gladys sent me. She thinks you might know something of a ring. Gladys? Tell that old hag I've never give her the ring back. Never. If you come by here again, I have my son Bernard give you a second thrashing. Sound thrashing. Can't believe you would be so cruel to an old lady, sir. You will leave my home immediately, or I'll call my son Bernard. Do you hear me? Right, I'm leaving. I don't know what's the deal with that. Talk to Bernard. Are you the son of Archibald? Yes, why do you ask? Phyllis thinks your father might know something about a ring. Not this again. Every month or so she finds someone to send over here to try to get that ring from my father. This is so tiresome, really. One would think they were school children the way they carry on. Hey, what do you mean? My sister and Gladys's son were engaged to be married some 20 years ago. Then the plague came. They both died, along with Gladys's husband. The ring she sent you here to find was the engagement ring her son gave my sister. So why does she say it was stolen? I don't know. This is some perverse game they have been playing ever since last 10 years. She finds someone to come look for the ring. My father yells at them and sends them away. It's really the only contact either of them has with the outside world. Have you tried talking sense into them? Yes, but I gave up on them long ago. My father doesn't want to hear anything about it from me. He just sits around waiting for the next fellow, or woman in your case, to come around asking about the ring so he can yell at her. Perhaps you will allow me a few more questions. Okay. Oh, it's you. What do you want now? Did the old hag send you back? No, I had a conversation with your son. What did that young fool tell you? He doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. I know what is going on between you and Gladys. What? What are you implying? I want nothing to do with her, I tell you.